Hello, no one. I'm Xana, and today we're going to keep the theme going this week and be real. Sometimes I have people comment on how well my drawings seem to come together or that it seems effortless, and I'm here to tell you that the struggle is real, fam. The drawing I've got playing today is the same character from earlier this week, but I drew this a little while ago. And a drawing like this, I would say on average should take me less than 2 hours, maybe 3 if I got up and did something in the middle. But no, not this one. No. I fought with this drawing from the beginning until the end for like a good 4 or 5 hours. Something ridiculous like that. I don't know what in the world was going on this day, but like I couldn't get their eyes in the right place. Xana's neck was like a giraffe neck. The dude had a massive head. I think she still ended up with some wonky legs, and it really be like that sometimes. Also, what the heck was up with her mouth for like half of this video? The weirdest part of this was probably just how much I struggled with her hair. I'm sure everyone's noticed by now that hair is kind of my air quotes thing. For the life of me, I was just having the hardest time with it. I think I erased it like 3 times before getting something somewhat reasonable. So now when people are like, oh, this is so easy for you, I'm just gonna print the hyperlink to this video on a little business card and hand it out. Some of the jokes aside, I did want to put this video out to maybe help show that no matter your skill level, you're gonna have days where that struggle is just too real. I can guarantee you that the artist you look up to most, whether it's Da Vinci or someone you follow on social media, has days where no matter what they try, it's just not gonna work out. But I think what makes a huge difference is what you choose to do in the face of that. You can't give up and you can't quit. You have to fight through that, and even if you don't like how it turns out in the end, you've still got the experience under your belt. That kind of discipline is what breeds more creativity, and you might even learn how to fight it back quicker in the future too. I do feel like there are different levels of art block, ranging from like an art struggle to a full-on how do I pick up a pencil stage of art block. For me, I'm hoping that when I encounter that level of art block again, that because I've pushed through these similar stages, I'll be ready for the boss fight. I've had art block in the past that lasted years. Now, I really hope that that never happens again, so I personally want to do everything I can to prepare myself to combat that. I think that having discipline and to continue and just having strong habits formed of consistent creation can really make all the difference. I know that there's been a debate out there before on whether or not art block is even real, and of course when it comes down to like mental health and all that jazz, I think surely it is. No amount of discipline or habits will be able to tackle the darkest mental days, but in having established habits and discipline, I think that we should all be able to bounce back a little bit easier. Mandatory comment: if you're struggling with your mental health, please get help, even if it's just calling a friend to talk through things. I know that for me, venting is really powerful and really helps me. I'm trying to establish a habit of sketching before I start my day, which is a little tricky sometimes, but I'm slowly trying to find the best ways to incorporate it around my schedule. I'm also keeping my sketchbook with me all the time. That way, if I have a few minutes before an appointment or a few minutes waiting in the car, I pull it out and sketch, and just being conscious of how I'm using my downtime. Social media is great, and it's definitely super important, as an artist, to get your name out there and make sure that you're interacting. But it's also important to spend your time wisely and on your craft. There's a lot of balancing to be done, but I think I'm better for it, at least so far. I'll report back later on how that's going. I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend, and we'll chat again on Tuesday in my next video. As always, let's take each day, every art speed bump, and all the habits, one at a time. Bye!